I am an Asian guy. Yeah, that's right. No, you. It's time to white the music. It's time to white the lights. It's time to play the music on the Ken TV Bubba Show now. Yeah! I thought people like Mersh were creepy. Everyone's going, murmur, I'll steal your bit. This guy puts the CRE creepy. That's right. No, you. What a piece of fucking dog shit. Yes, indeed. I like doxing people and sometimes being a piece of shit. But Donlon loves the ladies. Yes, indeed. I would never treat them like garbage. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I would never catfish them. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love the beautiful ladies. This guy's a piece of shit. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is no bullshit. Told people he was 30 something and not white and failed at life. He's 40, almost 50 something and not white and totally failed at life. Yeah, that's right. No, you, James Nam, scumbag. Look, I've had the same haircut for 20 years. And I deplatform people. Well, I don't catfish women. I haven't been weighed in 10 years. Yuck, lock that down. Hey, both. If I wasn't almost 70, I'd kick your ass too, both. Yeah, that's right, Baba. But I'm afraid I'll break the Baba hip. Yeah, that's right. These are all lies. All I said to Mark Harvey was, I gotta check out his cock. Maybe I said, Mark, am I stupid? I guess I am. Yeah, those are lies. We all know you're a pussy beta. The guy came to your house and said, come out, break my arm, faggot. And you're like, James guy doesn't live here. But he like, I was at your house, standing outside for the whole world, and you didn't even come out, you bitch. Pathetic. You don't go after people's used to be girlfriends when they're not communicating and then say you're gonna break arms. Or pretend to be people's friends. Next guy person he does this to, he's gonna fucking not just go to the house and be, oh shit, he hangs out at this, he shops at this grocery store. I'll challenge him right here. This might be stalking, but this pathetic piece of shit has pushed me to the wire. To the limit. Let's go right now, punk. You fucking beta. Yeah, that's right. Like, come on, you said you're gonna beat me up. Next person he does this to, do it right here outside the grocery store. Are you afraid? Oh, I guess you're just bullshitting that being of the truth. What a piece of shit you are. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's all I got, man. Thank you for.
Wow,
Something like that.
Hey, he's
That
still
was
on the
bizarre.
phone. Frank, hang up, dude. Shit, I gotta hang up on him.
A point there about what, Sarah?
I'm not gonna teach him anything in private. What, he's crazy? I don't want to end up in as a sculpture. All right, 304. You're on with Jessica.
Hello.
Yeah, it's Dante.
Dante?
Dante Nero. Yeah.
Dante
Jessica,
Negro.
I'm seeing you, and I'm curious. Like, how many marbles do you have in your jar?
What does that mean?
Hey, by the way,
Asking you, what is the value that you bring to a man as opposed to a different girl?
and by the way, mute your computer in the back.
There's no computer on. I'm just talking to y'all right now.
About,
It's been a long time, and our audience has changed since then. Clearly,
Yes.
and we're talking about from 0 to 30 years old now.
0
Before
to
it was
30.
probably 30 years old to 65. But
Oh my God.
we're kind of like the majority of the audience listening now, tuning in, 0 to 30. So it's a different demographic, but okay. So I'll mute.
Who is it that's caused
All
this
right.
echo?
By the way, ironically, Wendy.
Wendy, is that you? That's
Wendy
Wendy.
is there.
That is
during
Wendy.
this
Yeah,
whole
it is.
thing.
The entire time it was Wendy. Wendy, you got to turn off your speaker.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Did you fondle it? Did you touch it?
Did you tickle the balls?
A little bit.
Did you let it slap you around a bit? In the face?
Did you
No.
ever? Actually, did you ever go down on him or any of them? Yeah, I'm assuming that went down.
Down on one cock.
How many cocks went in your mouth?
One.
Was it the white one or the black one?
Thought it was more than that.
It's a black one.
Wow. Were you? You know how many inches it was, Ken? How many inches were that black cock?
I don't remember. It was more than 6.
Okay. Were you able to deep throat it?
I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
How long were you sucking on it?
I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes. That's it.
10 minutes? That's it? All right.
I think that's enough. That's all you need to hear. I mean, you could hear the little kid in the background, by the way. Here we go. We got rest in peace, George. Let's see who this is.
How you doing, honey? What do you think about your shithead son? That loser. The 27-year-old fucking loser named Matthew. What's wrong with him? Can we talk about him? I am sorry for your loss. Died of AIDS or I don't know. I don't know the entire story, but Matthew said he had an enlarged heart. And I apologize that the wrong son died. I know every time you look at your son now, Matthew over there, he's a failure. And it's really, really sad. But every time you look at his face, you're like, why didn't this shithead die? Why didn't he fucking die?
JJ, you said what you wanted to say, and that's enough of you tonight, man. This
Yeah,
is
goodbye.
to talk to girlfriends, ex-girlfriends of Jimmer Nam, their story. That's tonight. Mark cancels. This is tonight. However long it's going to go for, till like probably 2 a.m. So I got 40 minutes.
I'm not
So
going to talk about my kids, but I just want to say they have fathers. I didn't leave them.
He brought it up, not me. I wasn't going to talk about that at all. He brought that to the table.
No, that's all right.
One shove about. I don't control what somebody wants to talk about.
Yeah, no,
All right.
that's fine.
Why don't you talk about your experience? I don't know your whole story with the Asian guy. You know so well.
I just wanted to clear that up first because I heard a lot of that shit, like who would leave. I didn't know anything about his pedo background or the things he was doing. When I came across him was through the Glarer. I had no idea about his history. I only saw one video from his history and it was not pointing to him being a pedo. I didn't know about him. It wasn't until I came back that I started digging and found out so much shit about him. So, and I don't have, hold on one second.
Well, you know what's strange about the Glarer, right? The Glarer and him were together. They were gay together, right? So, you know what? A Perry drama guy said, "Oh, you hear about Jimmer and the Glarer?" I'm like, "How do you know?" Of course, because you're gay and it's gay news. So that's why you know about it, because it's gay news. He knows all the gay news. Obviously.
Oh my God.
That's why it was coming from this guy named Wheels. And I'm like, Wheels, how do you know about Jimmer news now? No. Oh, gay news. Right. Of course.
Oh
That's
my
why you know about it.
Yeah, well, ain't that some shit, right? I don't know anything about him, and that's the
Okay,
honest truth. If I knew,
When did you start dating? When did this occur? What?
It happened in late July, early August. I think.
All
I have to
right,
go back and figure out what day
when
we
did
started
you
talking.
when did you come to this house in California?
That was in late October.
Late October, and all right. Some women might leave the room after 2 inches enter the zone, right? He couldn't
Yeah, I
even
should have.
he couldn't even have Joe. That's still your same account. So this is but he couldn't even. I've talked to women on the internet. It's not always about the size of it; it's the longevity of it. 2-pump. He couldn't even last. Couldn't satisfy, right?
The size wasn't a problem until he started lying about me. Honestly, I don't dick shame anybody, but again, if he's making up lies, I'm gonna hurt him with the truth, and it's the truth.
And 2 inches and 2 pumps ain't satisfying. Huh?
No, it was negative satisfying. It was. Yeah, half an egg roll is about right. Catfish mouth mango.
That's really aggro. You know aggro?
Yes.
That's aggro.
Yes.
Yeah, his regular,
I love aggro.
His original account some reason did not get free YouTube Premium when he signed up for Nitro. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he look at this stupid other account, but it's all right.
38 minutes late, but good things come to those who wait. And we have a little surprise here tonight, and I think it's going to be exciting, especially for Jimmernam. I think he's crossed paths with this man before, so why don't we go ahead and add him to the show as our surprise guest.
Whoa!
Uh-oh!
Heard you want to choke me out and break my arm. Heard you said Luana said I had fake tits or something. They're like,
look at that.
What's
going on there?
Yeah, are they squirting all over the place? What's going on, huh? What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Jimmernam is actually live right now from what I've seen, and
you're about to get murked, okay?
I think Jimmernam should be everybody watching this should go over to Jimmernam's chat, whether you're a fan of him or not, and go in there and tell him that Mark Harley is here, ready to give him a challenge. Give him a challenge because Jimmernam said that he was going to beat up Mark Harley. Is that correct, Mark?
That is. I have it in text message. Actually, you can. If you go to my YouTube, you can actually see it's the thumbnail for the video that I made about him.
Yeah, let's actually bring that up so we can get a refresher of what he was saying.
Refresher.
Let's see. Mark Harley. How are you doing, Mark, by the way?
I'm doing phenomenally well, thank you. Feeling great. Got my workouts in today. That's why this is how I honestly spend most of my day. Like this, like if I'm at the house, I got my shirt off, so I'm like, what the fuck not? And also it's just ironic.
No, you got to flex.
You got to flex on it, baby. And also Jimmernam, like it's funny because again, the whole situation as I described to you when somebody connected me to Discord. I'd never been on Discord, and I met you, and I'm like, this is the guy who knows where all the bodies are buried. So it's been really cool connecting with you the last couple of days. You've like blown my mind with all the information that you have about this guy. That as I made this analogy, it was like you're walking through the forest and you trip on something. That was like him betraying me, making videos about me 9 months ago or whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever, like forget about him. And then you go back, you're like, wait a second, was that a tree root or is that oh my God, like what's this whole universe of bullshit, crazy, child grooming, fake YouTube accounts, 15 years of betraying people. We can watch this.
There you go.
I'm sorry about the Wi-Fi already because I was like in a dead spot in my house, and I didn't. So it was like but I still made this in response to him, like threatening me. He was like, "Go live with me tonight, pussy, or I'm gonna rip you apart." And he sends me the link to it. I was like, "Oh no, he just didn't," because he was calling me a pussy, not going on a live stream with him. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Oh, I'll live stream with you. We'll do it in person, bitch. I'll drive to you. We can wherever you want to meet up. Let's do it." But like you just said, you wanted to meet me and choke me out and break my arm. So here's my arm, here's my neck, however you want to start. But once a guy crosses that line, I just want to give him the chance to. I'm not saying I'm going to go terrorize somebody. Like I would never like show up at somebody's house per se, right? But if somebody says that they want to do that, I want to give them the opportunity to. That's all.
No, and you even said, "Hey, I will give you my arm first."
Right. I'll sign the waiver. I'll go, whatever happens in this, I can't sue you. I can't call the police. I said, I'll start in literally whatever position you want. I have no BJJ experience, just Marin County High School heavyweight athletic league wrestling champion of the year. It's whatever. Like, it's honestly, that's in the past. Like, I don't have any grappling experience for all he cares. Right. So I was just interested to have this. I was like, that you must be really confident in your martial arts skills. Maybe it's an Asian thing.
They do smell like a bowl of diarrhea. I said Jim Hernandez
All right.
balls smell like
well,
he dipped them in a bowl of diarrhea that he must have kept under the bathroom sink.
You mean he didn't shower before he tried to satisfy you?
He showered a few times, not every day.
And really, I would have said, stay here for as long as you want. And I would have broke down and said, I haven't been completely honest with you, but I'll try and be more honest from now on. You see, I would have apologized and came up front about my lies because I'm a real man. I wouldn't lie to begin with, but
I see, that's the thing. That's what he tried to say. Like, oh, she went on AOC's panel and was doxing me. Like, I was not doxing him, but yes, if you guys saw what he did to me in California, I was fucking pissed. I came home, did some digging, and I wanted to reach out to people that knew him from the past because I didn't. And I didn't know anybody that knew him from the past. The only person I knew of was Beck, and she had me blocked at the time.
Right. Or reach out to somebody that he betrayed recently also.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I thought he had a few trolls trying to take him down. I didn't know how deep it went.
Right.
And
I'm JJ. I'm interviewing Matt. You already had your time, dude. Get over it, man.
Yeah, get over it, man.
Yeah.
You said enough. Oh, by the way, my children have fathers that are very much involved. The two of them, I don't have 5 baby daddies, but they're very involved and they take vacation time and everything every year. So what was wrong with me going somewhere? I never leave my house. So therefore, I don't feel like it was wrong for mommy to have a vacation. It wasn't a vacation, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Why are they allowed to leave and not be around their children for a week or so at a time, but I'm not allowed to? Fuck that. Fuck that. So I didn't leave them, and I didn't know he had these accusations. If I knew,
and you didn't know how
that
much
shit I know now, I would have never got on that plane, and he would have been blocked.
And you didn't know he was lying to you since August.
Yeah, and I thought he looked like something completely different.
Right, you thought he was only 30.
No, I didn't think he was only 30, but I thought I knew his age. I just thought he looked younger than what he really did because he sent me about 15, 20-year-old pictures.
Yeah. Catfishing 100%.
Yes, he catfished me. He said that he never saw my body, that I was fat, that I was so fat he couldn't wrap his arms around me.
Matt, I have to say one thing. That's a real picture of you, right?
Yes, holding a catfish.
Right. You? I gotta say that. I don't know. I don't know if I've met a woman as beautiful as you in my entire life.
Oh, stop it! I can't take a compliment. I'm gonna get weird now. Ah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Every time someone compliments me, I'm like, stuff your compliment in a sack, pal. I can't take it. I get weird. I'm like, Merry Christmas,
Well, I would say, Aggro, I was a bit of a co-host, but I was mainly the soundboard. I would tell him what sounds to play, and he'd play them. Guys like Helen were more the co-hosts because I'd take a break to watch this competition. Really, over an hour plus, I found Kyle and sometimes Unbleached more entertaining because Unbleached would play videos like, let's check out Ian Ellis or somebody like that. I'm like, or he had a co-host that he would have banter with, and sometimes he's more entertaining. That was about half the time, right? And then I'd be like, What's on the Kyle show? Oh, this guy that goes, hey, I'm Ross Dogga. What's up, Kyle? I'm calling this show. I thought it was 2 stones to call in, but man, I'm fine. Right? He would call in, and there'd be other people where I met most of the RDA. I wasn't already attached to.
That's how you found him?
No, that's how I found all the Ross people.
Oh, the Ross. Okay.
That were not Helen or Aggro. Right.
Okay. So
everybody else.
he hid Ross pretty well from me, but he let me know. And I just want to make it clear, Ross is not a troll, but that's what he called him. He kept calling him a troll, and I don't think people trying to expose people for being terrible people is not make you a troll. So there's that. But I thought that he was just somebody. So I stayed away from, looking into anything. I thought I solved, so there was a video that I thought, I'm like, that does not make him a P word. This is the video everyone's talking about. That does not make him a P word. Why are people accusing you of being a P word for this?
Did you find the video clips of my bisexual story with him playing in front of kids? Yeah, that makes him right on there.
He exploited you.
All right. Did you know that way back in the day, him and his friend would play Catch a Predator? The Predator playing the Chris Hansen game? What? Yeah, for reals.
Yeah.
I think that's unfreaking believable that he would do that.
I know. I just found out about that the other day, that he used to review To Catch a Predator videos with, was it Sheppy?
One of his buddies. I don't know if it's Sheppy, it's some other guy. It's somebody. I don't even know.
Did you hear tonight about the catfish?
I think it would have been, the old lady that pretended to be a 13-year-old girl.
No. Well, she didn't. She 23, I think Peyton said how old she is, but yeah, she's 61. She's 61 years old, and he's sitting there leaving me voicemails about his hot girlfriend.
Well, if you don't mind saying, how old are you?
32.
32.
32 years, fucking whale years.
Yeah.
But seriously, I can't believe this shit that happened tonight. And I'm so sorry. I was taking a nap, and then I woke up, and somebody came in my chat. They're like, are you going on Kenny's? And I'm like, oh my God, that's tonight. I totally freaking forgot, because I woke up and my Discord was blowing up, and I saw that the real Peyton was in there, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like,
I don't remember ever having a live audience this big. Wow. Remember, everybody watching that isn't typing or typing, remember, Patreon link is right there if you want extra content.
So you know what I did? I put the link to your video, and I put it so it redirected all my viewers over here. Call it riding the wave. I'm like, all right. So when I hit end stream, it automatically brought them here. So I'm happy they're here and they're staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had over like 110 viewers at one point, which is pretty big for my channel. It's usually averages like between like 50 and 70. And I didn't even plan it or anything. It just
gonna watch what he does, and if there's one thing wrong about you, I'm just gonna kick a cup or something.
Yeah, I mean, I told you what to do for tomorrow.
Yes, Timmer.
So hopefully you follow those directions. I don't know. We'll see.
I will, Timmer. And Timmer, I'm sorry, but I just want a confession to ask you while it's just me and you talking. Desiree said that she wants to know if you're going to marry me, and she wants to know what date you're going to get married.
I mean, that's...
I'm actually at work. I work at Verizon, but I'm just at work right now.
Oh, this guy, does he not sound like Tracy Morgan?
No, this is Dante Nero. I'm a comedian. I also do a podcast called The Beige Phillips Show.
Based.
I see, Dante.
Oh, I think I know you.
So you want to know what I have to offer?
Yeah.
Much more than my appearance. Much more than meets the eye, my friend.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's not about the beauty of the bitch. It's about the duty of the bitch.
Uh-huh. The duty. The duty. Let's get into what is the duty of the bitch.
Well, see, you know, long time ago, I used to do a little bit of a pimping thing on the side, you know, like a side business with the Verizon job. And, you know, I'm just saying, you know, a lot of girls think it's all about looking their best all the time. And it's really not. It's about what have you done for me lately? You dig? So it's like we go to your website and we look at it, and what sets you apart from other girls? Because
Okay.
I've seen a million websites like this.
All right. Calm down.
This sounds like a bit.
No,
Exactly,
this-
Tara says, take her private and find out. What sets me apart is the same thing that people connect with me on here. My ability to connect with people. So clearly, there's a million hot cam models who can show you an amazing time, who have an amazing ass and perfect boobs and whatever, that are 50 times better looking than I am. But what keeps people coming back is just me. So my ability to connect with people, my personality.
Okay, now I'm just curious. Are you looking for any representation? You know, because
No, I'm not. This is clearly a bit.
Just a joke, whatever. You're very careful to clarify all these things. And listening to Jimmerman discuss you, it was like lie. Like he was talking over you while lying, while interrupting you, while changing the subject, while diverting, while deflecting, like using every bad faith debate tactic in the book that I've ever witnessed in one. I watched it at double speed over the course of an hour, but it was like, you ate this fucking dude's lunch, and I hope we can link to that, because it's really like, if you're
the funny part is the girl who posted that clip is kind of a weirdo that was being kind of negative towards his ex-girlfriend and supportive of morbid Jimmernam, TFAC, whatever you want to call him. But in fairness, she clipped the whole thing in a 2x speed, so I appreciate that, and she didn't edit it or manipulate it, so I'm happy. That video is cool. The rest of them, I don't know what the hell. Let me read some of the chats, because normally I can pull them up at the bottom, but because of the method I did this, so just showing here, I have the chat open. I've been reading them all, guys. I'm just Germanicus says Jordan Peterson's a good dude. I dig his plaid suits. Inquisitive Archivist says Jimmer probably crying into his crusty pillow right now. He's currently not live anymore, by the way, so he has no excuse not even to be on.
You know what he kept saying to me? He was like, I know you've got nothing going on. When I was at the gym, I was actually like on the phone with Chappelle Lacey on my way to the gym. He's leaving voicemails on my phone going, I know you've got nothing to do right now. I'm like,
right.
I'm about to hit chest. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then he's calling his ex-girlfriend, leaving voicemails too, like saying, I have a new beautiful girlfriend, by the way, and he's like spending time calling his ex-girlfriend.
You want to go over? I'm going to let you read some of these stats. But also, I have multiple voicemails that I just thought were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we could play that out. I got some here. Static-O-Matic says Jesse Lee Peterson is the greatest political pundit. Two Master says amazing. That's Jesse Lee Peterson, my friend.
Alpha, beta.
Yeah. Not
Beta.
Jordan Peterson. That's the other Peterson. I like him too, Jordan Lee Peterson. Yeah, beta. Mr. Kister says, not being to change your perspective is a sign of pure ignorance. Laura Lee says, using his tears for lube.
Yes.
Arbor fan, Dr. Peterson and Shapiro are really sharp debaters. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know that guy Destiny. He's like used to be a Twitch streamer, and he's on YouTube.
I've seen him eat some fucking people's lunch that came in. This one guy, I remember, it was like, his name's like Saint something, but the guy.
A lot of people don't like him, but he's good.
Oh, I think he's great, and I think he's willing to because he'll go into these spaces where I pay attention to the male self-help red pill community a lot, but a lot of it's you're like Andrew Tate, his whole business model is pimping out whoever the fuck will listen to him. And it does a great job at it. It's like he's a fantastic manipulator. And also
I got a video on Andrew Tate coming, by the way.
He's a fantastic
That's one of my next ones.
Like he's also a pathological liar. He lied about like being a chess champion as a kid. I'm like, once you get caught with that, I know everything coming out of your mouth is bullshit because he's the one bringing it up. He's like, I was running chess tournaments at the age of 12. And then someone was like, that's interesting. It says you placed 11th here was the highest you ever did at this age. And there's no tournament you ever won. And you lied about the level that your dad was at. You said he was a grandmaster. But he's like, I don't know the intricacies of chess, but it's like saying you're an NCAA champion swimmer. It's like, well, you were good. Like you got like 20th in the country, which is awesome, but you're not a champion. I can't read what that says. Actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be readable. Someone said Destiny is a cuck. Sorry to say. Well, yeah. So he recently got divorced.
Whether or not he's a cuck.
He has an open relationship with his wife and all that. But
that's like a red pill thing to say. It's like he doesn't like being a cuck is a specific thing where that's humiliated.
Yeah, both are consenting, and he's not in the room.
Yeah, so it's like to me that's a totally different negotiation, and I hate that people.
It's not something I would do, but I mean, it's not something I care about someone doing. It doesn't just take away from their ability to debate it. Whether you agree with them politically, he had gone into the red pill space for a while, and he was debating with those guys. But then he's also pretty conservative. He has some conservative views himself.
No, that's what I like about it. He's heterodox, right? Because he's often liberal, and I would consider myself heterodox. It's like I want everyone to have healthcare, but at the same time, like. I think everyone should have guns, and you cannot put a box on me politically. I majored in poli-sci, Pomona College, 2015 Forbes #1 college in America, even over Harvard, Stanford, Princeton, etc. Humble brag, but I'm just saying I've been studying politics since 2001.
I have a question for you then.
Yeah. And I'm not an expert. I'm just saying I've read enough.
It's not anything crazy. It's just a kind of a thing I've noticed. So. I'll try to phrase it the right way. So I'm thinking back to, I don't know, maybe like thinking of things as like a pendulum, like political spectrum swings. Yeah. And then I think about prior to like Trump or even like a decade ago,
I was being liberal.
Being liberal, and it ties into Howard Stern, right? Meant freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. You were fighting the religious right, remember? Howard Stern was fighting the FCC, which was a conservative group, right?
Yes.
So being liberal meant you were for freedom of speech.
It was. I remember bringing an Eminem song to this church youth group, and they were like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "They said bring your favorite song." I said, "Dun, dun, dun, don't you want to grow up to be just like me?" I tell you,
drug ballad or
and the youth pastor who like ran the thing was like, he's like, "Why would you bring that song?" I'm like, "You said to bring any song you want. This is my favorite song. Like, blow me, you know?" So at that time, it was like, you know who's on the side of like free speech, and also the Iraq War comes out. You know who's on the anti this stupid $1 trillion wasted, million lives destroyed war? Liberals were against that. You know who's against gay marriage? Conservatives. If you were just okay with gay marriage, that made you a liberal. Now it's like, unless you allow chicks who started taking estrogen 6 months ago and have a penis to compete with NCAA women, or you want to let, like, if you think it's okay to not inform the other combatant that the person that they're going to face in an octagon was a woman or was a man last year and is now transitioned to becoming a woman, if you think it's not up to the organization to disclose that information, that's what makes you a liberal these days, right? There's many things that have isolated the left into this kind of weird corner where I go, I can no longer call myself this thing. I may have the view that there should be more.
Yeah.
We should have certain things like, as basic human rights. Like like people go broke over healthcare in America. It's like, that's fucked up to me, right? But there's many things where it's like, I got to give it to you, man. Conservatives won this one. Turns out you were kind of lying about the vaccine and its side effects and concealing, like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but it's like, why did you cover up the fact that it had side effects then? Like, and people were kind of like a small percentage, but you go, even if just a little 0.01% of people get myocarditis from it, and maybe they die of a large heart. Who knows? Why'd you keep that secret? Because my friend who worked at the CDC.
One second, Kenny, I see you. We got a guy wait in there, but I just want to finish the point. So my thing was like, okay, so Trump was originally a Democrat, and then he went as Republican.
Yes.
So it was this weird dynamic where everything shifted, where now being Republican, they're saying, oh, censorship. And it's like, wait a minute. It was being liberal that was for free speech.
Yeah.
And it's this weird dynamic now where now everyone's being pushed to the center if they're not on these two extremes.
One thing that I have, because for example, I've been a big fan of Christopher Hitchens for many years. I loved his books on the Clintons. I loved his books on Mother Teresa. So I love that he takes this contrarian, subversive approach. But it's like, if you call Donald Trump a rapist, you got to call Bill Clinton a rapist because he's got a long history of that shit, right? So people have.
Did you see the Epstein list just came out?
Right. Trump likes him young, but I knew that
they're both on there. They're both on there.
Bro, Christopher Hitchens just demolished these people, and like that's why I wasn't for Hillary Clinton in 2016. I'm like, you realize she's not just standing by this guy who cheated on her. She actively went out and tried to destroy the lives of women who accused Bill Clinton accurately of sexually assaulting them. That's the person. That's the first woman president that you want, right? So that's where I started to lose friends. Let's just say that.
Yeah. We got Kenny is here. Kenny, how are you? You're muted, sir. You gotta fix your mic there.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey.
Can hear you. How you doing?
Pretty good.
What do you got to say?
You were talking about a guy I used to work with for a while.
Ooh.
Yes, so actually, Kenny.
Then I decided not to work with him anymore because, he's a creepy fuck and a piece of shit. Right.
So let me explain. One of the videos where, I don't know if I played it in the intro, is a video of him playing a tape of a convo that Jimmernam is having with this gentleman here, Kenny, about a sexual experience in front of little kids. No, he never worked with Jordan Mason. He worked with Jimmernam.
Yeah, I wasn't there for when he was working with the kids.
No, but he played the clip of you talking with them to them.
Yeah. And wasn't like Kitty there standing by him for some reason?
Yeah. Here, I'll make your mic a
and
little
her
louder.
voice is there. I find that also disturbing that her voice is there. And I'm like, she participate in this? Really? Wow.
Yeah, you hear the little kids in the background giggling at the story and then writing in the Discord like, ha ha ha, LMAO. And it's like, what possesses you to think it's funny to play that for kids?
What was the story that he was playing? Or what was he presenting to these kids?
He was playing, this is just one of many, but this guy, Kenny, had a sexual experience. I don't know the full details, Kenny, but it's very explicit and goes into detail of like cum in the mouth and effing in the A and all this stuff. Very graphic, detailed sexual story. And he's playing the interview he does with this guy, Kenny, who's on panel with us, to the audience of little kids that go from ages 8 to 9. And then there's a clip of him bragging about how his new audience is ages 0 to 30. He's like, our audience has changed recently, folks. It's become anywhere from 8 to 30. Yeah. I got it here, so I can play it.
Yikes, indeed.
Hardest fucking yikes I think I've ever heard.
I know, Kenny. I don't know if you want to remind people of like just why that conversation happened. Was it even a true story, or was it?
It was definitely true.
It was.
I've gone on podcasts before that are about sex. It's like, look, I've gone on adult podcasts and told stories about sex. It's like everyone's talking about sex. That's the normal thing. If someone would go, I'm going to take that and then play it for an 8-year-old, I'd be like, you're
going to jail.
Right. It's like that.
It's a crime. It is a fucking crime. People don't get it. They think it's like, oh, it's just a weird, wacky thing. No, you would go to jail if someone were to call the police. Obviously, This is so long ago now. Nobody did. They should have back then, but you would have went to jail for that shit.
Yeah, because
if he said, I'm later going to play this for children, I bet. Okay, let's not start the story at all. Right. That's why I once said.
Is that the reason you stopped talking to him?
No. Well, that's a big reason, and he destroyed his Discord. That was another thing he did.
Right, so the Discord got taken down because it was found that there was children in it and porn.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think we were in that Discord. He reinvented himself later at something else.
But that Discord he played your clip in with the kids in it got taken down because they found there was kids in it. I guess somebody reported it. Yeah.
Down a different Discord himself, then explain why he destroyed it. He said he was blaming Kyle or Sayans Entertainment.
I'm looking for this clip where he starts talking about.
It's been a long time.
Okay, I got it. So I have the video here of him talking about how his audience is from ages 0 to 30.
If you need to look for any clips, by the way, I have all his voicemails at the ready too, because that could be a fun way to fill time if we ever need to. If you need to search for anything.
Yeah, that's right. It's called Potato Cult. So these kids, he called them the Potato Cult. So what he would do is he groomed them, funneled them into the Discord, made them moderators, and then he would send them out to troll people because kids obviously have all the time in the world, you know? And he would use them as his trolls to like screw with people. And then he would say things like, "Oh, I love you, little boy. I don't want you to be a bad boy." And it's like,
I love you, man. I would never say
the
that.
kid. And it would be one thing if the kid was like, "I love you too," whatever. But the kid's like, "Ew, stop saying this shit to me." And he keeps doing it.
Jesus Christ, that's something wrong. I've worked with kids from a very young age who have developed special relationships in the sense of like I work with them one-on-one tutoring for like 5 days out of the week over the course of years, and and even in that case, I wouldn't say I love. Like I feel it would be inappropriate for me to say I love you, even though I'm like I want nothing for the best for you. I've seen you grow up, and I've mentored you. I would never say I love you to another kid. Like it would feel so bizarre coming out of my mouth. It's like, ooh, like even though you might mean it, you're like I love you like my own kid. But to say that, it would be like, are you graduating from high school right now? And I've known you since you were 12. Or what circumstances would you be provoked to say I love you to a child you've never met who's under the age of 10?
By the way, I have the StreamYards link pinned. Anybody's welcome to come up on panel here because I'm sure Jimmernam's never going to show up. He's such a fucking pussy.
He's such a coward. He's never going to show up.
He's afraid of me. He's afraid of me and Mark.
You already murdered him. I don't know why a murder victim would go back.
I'm sure he's afraid of me a little bit.
Yeah, he used to be like balls to the wall, like I'll fight anyone, I will confront anyone, and we're giving him an open panel to come on here and fight, and he's afraid.
You went to the man's house. If I were him, I would have come out with a baseball bat, even if you kicked
exactly. Anybody.
At least I was right there, and I'm like, okay, I sprained his ankle. Good.
Right.
I'm in the hospital now. But at least I put up a fight. You can't go.
Oh wait, we got someone here, so let's add him here.
Violence either, right, Kenny? Like you're just saying, like if somebody came to my house looking for me, like fucking put up or show up. Especially after if you talked all that shit too and said you're a pussy, you're a bitch, and then at least have a gun. You know what I mean? At least have something. But
okay, let's see how this goes.
Come up with like an axe and be like, yeah,
exactly. I
so we got a
at least
IB Bappa Bing ready to remove from stage here. But hi, introduce yourself.
Who are you?
So, Mark, is it true that you sent
Speak up,
nudes
sir.
of a loved one to Jimanom?
Say it one more time.
Speak up, sir.
Did you send nudes of a loved one to Jimanom?
No, I've never
done
that.
True.
No.
That's not true.
What does a loved one mean? You referring to family? What is it? Oh, he's gone.
Okay, guess you can confirm that.
Very interesting. Is he saying a loved one as in a family member, or is he?
Is he saying he has naked pictures of Luana?
Is that who you're referring to?
I would assume so. Who else would I have? I don't have nude photos of any of my family members.
Yeah, because that's what he's making it sound like.
Yeah.
Did you send a photo of your dad naked to someone?
Yeah, no, I never sent a photo of my dad naked nor a photo of Luana naked to Jimmernam.
Damn, Mark, you apparently have so many haters. You would have thought they would have jumped up on here to have the chance to talk to you and say.
Too. It's like
nobody's saying shit.
There's a lot of cool people in the subreddit, but there's so many dudes where I'm like, bro, like, message me on like at least show your face, you know what I mean, or your voice, or something. It'll be like some dude called.
Here's a deal. You guys can come up here, and you don't even have to show your face, and you can still say shit.
Talk your shit.
Obviously, Jimmernam's going to have to do that if he comes on because he doesn't show his face.
You know what I would have done, and I'm not saying that you should do it. I would dox and squat it. It's just me.
I might have accidentally done that. Oops, I might have posted like a
Wait, what? You said docs and what? Squatted?
Like,
Yeah, like
Oh,
what?
swatted. I think you said
Swatted.
swatted.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's then we'll see how.
That would really be unfortunate if that happened. I honestly don't even know how to do that. I've watched.
Let me just say this. I got so many messages from people who are crazy saying, like, give me this guy's number and his address and shit. And I was like, no, I'm not looking to do that. But
so many people were able to. I got
lots
so
of
many
fucking
DMs
crazy.
with his address, because his girlfriend gave it to me. But like, because I just asked him, like, hey, do you mind? Because he's like calling me a pussy, says he's gonna break my. I'm like, let me just. I want to him to know I know where he lives.
He's pissed a lot of people off.
She
Like,
told me exactly where he lived, but then like when I started posting about him a little bit, just showing the voicemails, they're like, "Yo, check out this." I'm like, how is this dude so easy to fucking find? Like, but there are a lot. Like, this isn't a ton of people. Let's say like 10 people were like, "Yo, here he is, go get him." I'm like,
all right.
I got this video here ready, actually.
It's been a long time, and our audience has changed since then. Clearly,
Yes.
And we're talking about from 0 to 30 years old now. Before it was probably 30 years old to 65. But we're kind of like the majority of the audience listening now, tuning in, 0 to 30. So it's a different demographic, but okay, so I'll mute.
Who is it that's caused this
Alright.
to echo?
Wendy, is that you? That's Wendy. That is Wendy.
Yeah, it is.
The entire time it was Wendy. Wendy, you got to turn off your speaker. What do you mean you don't know? Did you fondle it? Did you touch it?
Did you tickle the balls?
A little bit.
Did you let it slap you around a bit? In the face?
Did you ever actually did you ever go down on him or any of them? Yeah, I'm assuming that went down.
Down on one cock.
How many cocks went in your mouth?
One.
Was it the white one or the black one?
I thought it was more than that.
It's a black one.
Wow. Were you know how many inches it was, Ken? How many inches were that black cock?
I don't remember. It was more than 6.
Okay. Were you able to deep throat it?
I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
hold on. I think we.
What happened to Whoosh?
Any minute, Jimmernam.
Is this Shimmernam now?
What are you looking for? Porn bomb or something? You pussy. Just get on fucking mic and talk.
Harold, this is Jim and Nam. What the fuck are you talking about being so far?
Static.
We fucking got him.
What do you need from me? This Jim and Nam. Fuck you guys.
You suck, Jimmernam. What took you so long?
I would have been like, I'm an Asian guy. That's why I was there.
All right, I'm sitting here with my shirt off too. I'm a tough guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think you're so fucking tough? Why didn't you come out the other night when I was outside your apartment, huh?
Because I fucking stole shit on eBay, motherfucker.
Because you beat the shit. What'd you say?
He's so scared.
Dude, you fucking knew that I would armbar the shit out of you. You're trying to armbar me, bro. It's the fucking opposite, dude. I would break your arm and then you'd call the cops. You know that for a
No
fact.
way. I would spear you double A takedown real hard.
Dude, you want to talk about double leg takedowns? Marin County high school wrestling champion, year 2001, Marin County Athletic League.
Wow.
Beat that. Jimmernam. What's that? Crickets? Thought so.
Hold on. I'm thinking of something to say here. Sorry.
Okay, I'll give you some time. I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm poured myself a glass of wine, so you know what?
Yeah,
It's
double A takedown.
what do you got to say?
That I'm the best, and you're not the best.
You're saying you're the best and I'm not the best? Are you fucking delusional, dude? I'm sorry. Did you win Marin County High School Athletic League championships in 2001? What's that?
I was so good at high school, I just skip it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Why don't you send some proof right now that you skipped all of high school? I know some Asian kids actually do that. I don't believe that you did. I don't think you're the right kind of Asian.
Mark, you're still coming on my show next week, right? I'm the guy that messaged you on IG.
Yeah, dude, I'll come on your show.
All right.
Hold on, let me read an angry message from chat. Wu-Tang says, LOL, so racism is okay? Y'all weird.
What are you talking about? I thought that was Jimmernam. Was that what's racist about? What did I say that was racist? I said I'd fucking beat his ass in a wrestling competition.
That might as well have been Jimmernam, but no, it was not actual Jimmernam.
Oh, that's a fucking letdown. Why'd you say it was
maybe they thought it was racist?
You couldn't tell from him going, hi, Jimmernam.
I thought that was Jimmernam. Dude,
it's a friend of mine. I know who it is.
You're losing credibility to me because you made
it's a guy in the chat too. It's somebody in the chat. If you see the name Static,
and actually had the audacity to tell me he was going to.
That was Static.
I'm like, bro, double like my ass. Double like
maybe they thought it was racist when I said that line CEO came up with. I'm an Asian guy, but that's just a line somebody came up with.
Is the word Asian racist? I wonder. Can you no longer call people like you can't? Like,
well, no, I know you can't make the voice. I guess.
But
see, I didn't make the voice. I just said it the way I heard it. I guess.
Let me just say this: you can tell if someone's actually racist. They would be going out trying to kill people of another race, causing hate crimes and stuff. If somebody makes jokes, it's not coming from a place of hatred. It's called busting balls.
A pedophile, I think, was just
like,
right? He was
like if you heard all the things that Jimmernam has done and said, and he said heinous things about hoping your kid dies of AIDS and have cancer and it's all this stuff. And he's used racist terms. He calls himself racist terms when he's not even like Chinese or Japanese. It's like Laotian or something, I've heard.
Yeah.
So, and he's made Chinese jokes and all that. So it's like nobody, if it offends you, too bad. It's not really meant as like this scathing comment.
It sounded the same. It sounded like he was trying to, he sounded like
it was believable, yeah.
Whoosh, thank you for having me on. And
hey,
Mark,
no problem, Kenny. Thank you for
Mark,
sharing.
hopefully I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you soon, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, this is just the beginning. Thank you, Kenny. So yeah, Kenny was the guy that was in that tape that
I don't know. I wanted to just send my condolences to you. I know he just passed away this year, I guess, or last year. I don't know. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. But your son is in the basement selling his clothes, his designer clothes to make rent. Go force him to get a real job because he's not doing a good job over there, what he's doing right now. Maybe you need to spank him a little bit, okay? I know he doesn't have a daddy. I'm going to call him next. I'm going to call his dad next. Maybe we can reunite them. How's that sound? All right? Bye. Love you. You should have aborted your son, Matthew. You should have went down, had that abortion. Probably kicking yourself in the head now, huh? Oh, well.
Would you need your services, sir?
I do just find my own kind.
You
sir.
fucking work
Thank
for
you
Verizon
very much.
Wireless. What the fuck are you going to do? Where's your connection? Idiot.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. That's just
You
a
hang
side
on.
job, okay? I work
At Verizon.
Verizon Wireless, but my main job is comedian, pimp, podcast host. Why would she pick you?
Why?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you send me your website and I'll see what you can do for me.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You have 4 jobs. You work at Verizon Wireless. You're a pimp.
Yeah.
You're a comedian.
Yeah. Former pimp.
Former pimp and a comedian.
Him, in case there are any cops watching.
Can I give you some advice, sir? Just pick
You
one
give
thing
me
and be good at.
advice? I'm Beige Phillip. You gonna give me advice?
Yeah, let me give you some
yourself, homie.
advice. I'm going to give you some advice on life, okay? You ready?
On life? Excuse me, I'm Dante Nero.
Okay.
Okay?
Dante Negro.
Who the fuck is Dante Nero?
Listen, Dante
I have a
Negro.
Netflix special. You can check it out.
Okay. Well, we'll check that all
This
out.
has to be a bit, right?
You're doing 3 or 4 jobs and you're horrible at all of them. Like, pick one and try to be the best at that. Okay? Stop spreading out.
I'm not. You got to diversify, dog. The economy is weak right now. You got to diversify.
All right. Jessica, can I hang up on him now?
She does this.
Yes,
She's doing her
All right.
web.
Bye. Gotta hang up. This is your show. You tell me when to hang up. I get myself caught up with these fuckheads.
That sounded like a Tracy Morgan impression, did it not? Am I nuts?
I know the guy.
And is he legit?
He watches me on Periscope or somewhere, and he tweets with me.
But he doesn't have a Netflix fucking
I didn't know he
special.
sounded like that, though.
I didn't laugh once during that phone call.
Wow.
Oh, Tara is like making a list in my favor.
What sets you apart?
Because thank you, Tara. Because I don't do a free chat forum, party chat, la people just have to get to know me, and when people get to know me one-on-one in private, then they love me.
Yeah, it's a connection. It's a relationship, basically.
He goes, yeah, I'd meet up with you, but I don't want to get arrested for beating the shit out of you. This guy, not the best brains for the art, also not the best body for MMA, but, you know, he's been... Trying to find this picture of him. Sorry.
I'm just making sure that's the actual video.
That's on my video.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I had a spot in my house that I just like, as soon as you sent the link, I was like, I'm just doing this right now to preempt.
It's all good. I just want to make sure it wasn't me.
Looking through gifts and stuff right now. Here it is. I guess he catfished his girl. His girlfriend's been reaching out to me, telling me what a sociopathic grifter he is. Let's just take a look at this guy real quick. Can we all see that?
Yeah, we see it.
This guy says that he is going to break my arm. This fat guy right here, who apparently catfished the shit out of his girlfriend for several years during the pandemic, claiming that he was younger than he is, sending her pictures that were like 10 years old when he was skinnier, not so fast. This guy claims that he's going to meet up with me and get arrested for breaking my arm in an arm bar. And I said, actually, you know, I'll give you my arm to start with. If you want to do the arm bar thing, I'll give you my arm to start with. And let's bet $500 on who wins that exchange. Because I said, how are you going to do it? You gonna take me down? You're gonna grab my arm? Because how do you picture this going down, Jimmer Nam? Jimmer Nam has been kicked out of every single community he's ever been a part of. True. Because he's a groomer, a pedophile, a sociopath, a grifter. He takes advantage of the mentally ill. He has a retarded woman on his live streams weekly that he takes advantage of, and he catfishes women because he doesn't have any game. He's soft, he's aging, and he feels the need to manipulate women in order to feel better about himself, and then when they find out the truth about him, put them down.
I have to pause it right here just for a second because I had a lot of people giving me a lot of flack, and you know, it's kind of annoying to give a guy who's such a piece of shit like even any sort of leverage or anything.
Yeah.
He's technically not a pedo, okay? He didn't we don't have proof of him.
That's a good point. That's me just like making him, just being like, hey, what's up, pedo? You know, and actually at the time that I said that, that was just like chatter that I was hearing. You've actually opened me up to the fact that there's like hard evidence of him interacting with children, which you put in the intro saying, I love you, the porn thing with kids. There are several documented instances of highly inappropriate, and I say this as a guy, I taught and tutored for 10 years. I coached football. I tutored middle school kids and high school kids. I taught all ages from kindergarten to, so my boundaries with children are like, if anybody were to put that into question, it's like, whoa, dude, we're going to have a fucking problem. If you ever say something about me as like if the word grooming ever came out about me, that would ruin my life, right? That would ruin my livelihood for 10 years of my life before I started doing more entertainment stuff. So the fact that he can sit here and you've called him a groomer to his face and he has no comeback. Like I first discovered you actually, because someone sent me this clip of you having this mic drop moment where he's like, yeah, that's why you ran to Canada. Like, yeah, I'd never come to Canada. And you go, well, they wouldn't let you in because they don't let in child groomers.
Right. Yeah.
Because he knows it's true. Right.
Yeah, that's the issue, I think, is, well, some people are like, you have to be very specific, because if you make false accusations, it takes away from the true ones.
True.
And
We don't
I agree. He isn't a pedo yet that we know of,
Right.
but
But
he
at
has
the
groomed children, a child predator.
I
So
would
I'm
say
just
this,
making the
though.
disclaimer.
Here's another linguistic distinction.
As if
If I'm a gay
Okay.
man, but I've never had sex with a man, does that still make me a gay man? If I'm attracted to men,
That's what I said. So I said to them, my argument was, so what do you need to happen? Are you hoping a child's going to be abused in order to verify all of this? It's like
does a psychopath need to kill someone in order?
we got to
for
stop
you
it.
to- Yeah, like
there's a
And then people are coming forward more about his catfish girlfriend. And
Well, Jennifer, I might one day be doing virtual reality art. I have to see if you have to do 3D before you hit that D. That's 4. I might have to, so that might take a few years for me to bring content that people be like, holy shit.
what?
Well,
I missed that.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, there's this guy, he's a great painter. Then we see him one day doing 3D art. Then when they got the call-in function on Periscope, you see him doing this art that's out of the world, and he's doing virtual reality art. And I'm like, holy shit. He's sitting there with the VR glasses on, making a baby Yoda. It was intense. And I'm like, before I die, I have to do that.
Yeah, baby. I love Baby Yoda. I have a Baby Yoda animatronic.
I have the toy.
Yeah, I have it's so cute. It has like a bowl of ramen, and there's like an octopus hanging out of it, and it puts it up to its mouth, and it's like it's so cute, and it does like this thing where it holds an orb, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I still have the toy in the box, unopened.
Oh,
It's on my shelf. I have a small toy collection, bobbleheads and some other things. I have a Weird Al doll when he was white nerdy.
Oh my God, Weird Al Yankovic.
Still in the box too. Weird Al.
That might be worth
No
something.
way.
You know
No
what I
way.
really want? You ever seen the dinosaurs? Not the mama.
It says not the name Mark Harley. You're sure that's Mark Harley?
I wouldn't let him up unless you
Mark,
put up.
why don't you get on camera if that's really you?
I don't think it
Anybody-
is, because I saw your back chat and people are just trying to infiltrate.
Anybody could say I'm Mark Harley and snap a photo of his YouTube channel icon. So get on camera if you're really Mark, or get out.
Yeah,
Get
Mark
two
would have no
choices.
problem camming up.
Mark would have the shirt off, flexing the muscles.
Camera's broke. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
no.
somebody said to Jimmer the last time they or to Miss Daisy before they porn bombed. So don't do
And
it.
they went cock and balls, cock and balls, cock and balls, just like
If it's Mark Harley, then if it's really you, Mark, you know where to find me. You can DM me in Discord.
But really, it would say hello, Mark Harley.
Yeah, that's not him, because it says May Noodles is a liar, and that's how I know it's not him, because I talked to Mark, and it's
Oh, private chat.
yeah, it's the same person. Yeah, I'm in private chat. You see it?
Kick. Later, douche. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try.
Bye.
He's still back. You keep on showing up, you'll have to be. I'm gonna ban you in a couple other shows.
It's not an acceptable answer. You don't believe me, you weirdo in the back chat there, that I really didn't know about this man's history. I'm sorry, that's not the correct answer, but it's the only answer you're gonna get, because that's the
Jesus.
truth.
Okay, you want to keep on being a punk? I told you you're not getting back on. See ya. You're banned. Want to keep on being a punk? You're out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I told you not to come back on this show. You can't be respectful. Yeah, JJ, so you're banned, dude. Maybe you need to get alt. You probably got a million of them. I could ban all this too if I want. My show.
I don't know why they're so triggered. I'm sorry, my presence triggers you.
See, Ross already disowned him. Oh, now he's John Hinckley.
I sure don't know, because I never heard of him. Well,
Another
Ross,
ban. You got
I-
banned again.
I left your Discord, Ross, because some guy in there kept trying to message me from your Discord, and I think that's the same guy because he kept trying to come up on my panel over and over and over one night while Whoosh was up there and doing the same shit he's doing to Kenny and talking shit in the back chat, and then he threatened me and he said you could run but you can't hide and all that shit. So that's why I left your Discord, Ross, because I didn't want that guy to be able to contact
I think really that he is definitely the new ref. Aggro was right. He's the new faggot. Definitely. Aggro was right. He is 100% right. When he says it, he's right.
Yeah, I think it is the same guy, Ross, because he was under there as the same name, Jonathan. I have screenshots, Ross. If you message me on Discord.
What's with? Hey, what's up, Aoi Writes? What's up? For Aoi Writes. Yeah.
Someone's got a sore vagina after May's live exposing the real catfish. Well, I think this person always had a sore vagina, but I'm sure it makes things worse now. I don't know. You remember, Ross? Yeah. And then he said, go back. I didn't mean to scare you. Go back to Ross's thing. And I wound up blocking him.
What's up, Ashley's World? What's happening?
Hi, Ashley. She was just on my live panel. Hi, honey.
Nice.
Let's see who's here. Germanicus is definitely great people. He's in my Discord too.
Casto Von.
Casto. Hi, Casto.
Cool name.
Vagine or Vagim. Yes, Vagine's I
I
call it.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but we're not that far from each other. A few hours.
Oh wait, your dad is from my hometown, right?
God, here's Jimmer.
Oh.
What do you want, asshole?
What, Wendy? Oh my God, Wendy!
Oh.
Why would you call me an asshole? Come on, Wendy.
Because you're a worthless prick.
Oh, shut up, Weezy.
You shut up, you fucking incel.
Oh, you're the incel. I've seen a picture of you. You're an incel.
Oh, you did whole shows about
Oh,
me
you
with
got
my
a
face on 'em.
laughing hyena.
Telling me about the pubes on my face.
Wendy, who do I talk to?
Laugh like a hyena.
Wendy,
You're an
who do I
incel. Get
who do
some
I
of your
talk
own
to, Wendy?
content. Get your
I
own
talk-
content, Jimmer.
Who am I going to talk to? Who do I talk to,
You're
Wendy?
talking to me right now. You're talking to me and everybody on this panel, so I'm not kicking nobody off this goddamn panel.
Wendy, put him backstage.
Oh, Wendy, don't listen to these
Put him
morons.
backstage.
How much money
Wendy.
did they raise for you in 3 weeks?
I
How
don't
much
know,
money did
Jonathan.
we steal from you, Wendy?
Hey, Wendy, how much money
How
did
much money does
the
he owe you?
the big whale up there?
Bye bye, you're banned. Bye bye, you're banned.
Path to it happening.
To me, there seems evidence that he is attracted to children in an inappropriate way, that he continuously transgresses normal adult child boundaries. And again, as a professional educator, I'm highly aware of these boundaries. It's like the moment a kid gets inappropriate with you, you have to be like, hey, don't fucking do that because this will end my life. If anything happens beyond like, you know, when I was like 25 and I'd walk into a school, you'd have like young girls be like, oh my God, like they've never seen someone who looks like, I don't mean to be cocky. It's just like the teacher that I'm replacing for the day is some 7-year-old woman. And then, you know, 25-year-old Mark walks in the door. It's like, you know, like, please don't make this weird for everyone and then get me fired, you know, like, so my hyper awareness of like adult child boundaries comes from many years of experience where I go, the things that I saw on camera, this are so transgressive to me as a person who worked professionally with kids, things that I would never say. And also then you look at his eBay store, I'm sure you'll get to that, but like that was
we'll
like,
get to it. Yeah.
that's the moment that gave me the heebie-jeebies, and I'll let you take it from
Well,
there.
what's funny here is Funny enough, he actually has like a history in child development too, so he knows how to work with kids.
I mean, it's like what's funny. It's like the Catholic priest thing almost. You know what I mean? Where it's like I just got into teaching. My mom's a retired art teacher, so it's like this easy, like sub teaching. It can be a very easy job with really young kids. It's more difficult, but like high school kids, they're just hoping the sub comes in, like whoever's replacing, they give you all these instructions. Like it's very sub teaching in LA especially, but I've done it in all of the state. It's relatively easy job, but you do have to like manage the kids ultimately. That's really, it's like, are you a good babysitter of 30 kids at once? Then you'd be a good sub teacher, but you have to develop certain tricks and tactics. And if you were to like, I've never kept in touch with a girl from a fucking that I've subbed with, whatever, like some young men I've worked with for like an entire year, and then we stay in contact and I mentor them over the course of years. But it's always like, I would never like say anything inappropriate about sex or drugs or like porn or anything. Like the moment any of those things were brought up, it would be like, because as a mentor figure, I was like, oh, here's a good book to read. Check out this movie, like script, you know what information to feed them and what to expose them to, and you're highly aware of what not to expose them to. And it seems like Jim Renam, as again, a 45-year-old adult man, is he makes continuous transgressive actions towards the very young in a way that because I saw a comment that somebody wrote earlier was like, yes, this happened to me when I was X years old. I'm 18 now or something. I was groomed by him. So he also has allegations from these kids who were in his Discord coming out later and saying the accusations are true. It's not just some made up, thing by guys who want to take him down. What we witnessed was also what was experienced,
Yeah, so that's the weird thing. It's like, and this is because I wasn't following all of this stuff. I knew him from 7 years ago, and then I got a couple of things here and there of the weird stuff he was up to with like switching channels, ban evading, and getting exposed. But the problem was a lot of these people, and shout out to Vin Vader and Ian Ellis, LLC. Those are two of the channels that I've had some of the clips, I believe, from. So shout out to them for getting it. One of the problems was there was actual legitimate, like, cold hard proof where he had a Discord that had a thread or a channeled room for porn. And those kids that you heard in the Discord got to be as young as 8 and 9 years old. Some of them, they sound like babies. And he made the 12-year-old the moderator of the Discord with that thread in there. And his whole thing is like, oh, well, show me the proof. But then he stupidly admits to it that it did happen. But he's like, it's almost like he's like shoving it in your face, like, well, the internet has porn on it. And it's like, well, you don't have the proof. He's like, well, you admitted to it. So, but I wish somebody who was in that Discord would have screenshot it. And the other point I wanted to make about what you said before. So I was trying to think about it, and I was like, when I was a kid, I saw a lot of heinous stuff, right? I get that kids are exposed. When you say, oh, well, the internet has porn, so what's the big deal? It's like, yeah, but for instance, I would watch like Howard Stern when I was a kid, but it's an adult program made for adults, and I was sneaking to watch it without my parents knowing. Right. The guy making the content wasn't directly conversing with me and giving me the porn and going, hey, look at it. And also, those are two totally different things. It's not even close.
Yeah, I remember being like a high school
One's
senior.
A crime.
My dad would listen to Howard Stern with me, but it was his judgment call. This is a guy who like would never have like let me watch porn or anything like that. Like growing up, like I remember he caught me with like a Playboy and he like kind of like laughed at me and threw it in the trash. And he's like, you don't get into that stuff. So my dad wasn't anywhere near on the spectrum of like, permissiveness with drugs or porn or anything. But by the time I was like 17, we were listening to Howard Stern for a little bit on the ride to, get dropped out of school. However, that's also my dad knowing me and knowing that's a role as a parent, right? To decide like, what is your kid ready to see? And if I found out that my 12-year-old or my 10-year-old was getting exposed to pornography on the internet from an adult, not going out and seeking it himself, right? Mm-hmm. Going, oh, it's just this app called Discord. Right? It's just a group of kids my age. Well, who curated that group? If I found out there was a 45-year-old guy who curated a group based on a mutual interest of children and then expose them directly to that porn, I'd go hunt that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of parents would agree with that.
Well, You kind of do have that opportunity. just saying. This is
Yeah.
here. By the way, I'm going to put this out there. Jimmernam, I know you're out there. I know you know this is happening. You fucking pussy. All this shit you talked, you posted 2 videos about this guy. 2 fucking videos.
That was on top of
just recently, right?
Yeah, somebody showed me
the fuck up, you pussy. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, by the way. I forgot.
BGL playlist that has 49 videos on it. So on his other channel, he has a BGL playlist. Big Gay Lion is my nickname on the TFATK subreddit, which is a pretty funny nickname, I got to admit. But it's so he refers to me as. It's also like people like BGL, Big Gay Lion. Like it's like you can't really insult me with something I'm kind of like that I think is funny, but he tries to. But he made 49 videos about me in the past year. Before then, it's like you already made and then he acted as if he was gonna like extort me, like you better come on or I'm gonna fucking go nuts. Like I'm gonna release all the shit. I'm like, oh no, don't play videos of me and my wife fighting from fucking like that everyone already saw 9 months ago that you were like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And then
Was he the one who you sent the videos to first?
No.
Or did you had already released those videos?
I'd sent them to another number of people privately, just being like, hey, like, because he started making videos.
Okay. He didn't get the exclusive. He made it seem like he was the only one who had them.
No, a lot of people had him. He was just
another fucking lie. These guys.
Right. Because what happened was basically like, again, Luan and I posted.
By the way, sorry, Robin. I'm
going through a fight. We're going through, marital issues. She posted some stuff about me. And I didn't make anything public. Like but people would I had people hitting me up like, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm like, whoa, there's 2 sides to the story. So I'd be like, hey, here's another side that you might want to consider. And a lot of people were actually really reasonable, which is cool. Like some people, you're never going to change their mind, but like I'd have full-on conversations where some guy would be like, you're a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, hey man, before you make that judgment, might want to consider like some of these other events, And that was not to defame like Luana. I was just like, I felt like I had to defend myself. And he took advantage of that. And so I was just saying, I'm like, he was one of these people. And I'm like, so he's making videos already. He was the first person to hop on and kind of make like YouTube comments or YouTube videos, like being like, BGL is a piece of shit, wife beater, dad. I'm like, oh my God, like, dude. And so I probably commented on a video or something like, hey, there's 2 sides to this story. And that's how he got in touch with me. But he then relentlessly like milked both of us for information on the other, but really, I mean, like literally, like he groomed me as like a friend because he really made it seem he kept going. And this is like the biggest red flag ever. But I probably told you this. I'm like, I'm not paranoid about people in the same way that I'm not paranoid about like, oh, I'm going to check the toilet seat to make sure nobody put a secret camera in there to fucking film my asshole and put it on the internet. It's like, I meet people all the time. Most 99.9% of people that you meet are probably going to be not sociopaths or narcissists or, as you diagnosed him, a vulnerable or covert narcissist, right? And I think you're spot on with that. But he's somebody who really he thrives on grandiosity. He thrives on manipulation. He ultimately his only goal for this whole endeavor of befriending me, while really going out of his way to be like, dude, you can trust me. I'm your friend, bro. Trust me. He would say like, I'm the only one on the internet. Like so many of these people are fucked up. And like, there's so many guys you can't trust out here. You can trust me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, I was just telling myself that wouldn't have mattered if he didn't tell. I'm like, oh, I went on a date tonight, and like, then he'd be like, Luana, like, and I'm like, how the fuck did she, like, and then it would get back to me. I'm like, wait, I only told one person this. And so after discovering that he'd been buttering me up and playing my friend and like asking like how I'm doing or trying to get new information from me it's like I disclose my bank account information to him, but it's like if someone's checking in on you every day, you're like, oh yeah, thanks, I'm doing well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then he was like in secret reporting that to Luana and having like long drawn out conversations with her. And again, he doesn't realize, like he proclaims like, yeah, I took advantage of both of you. I'm like, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth? You're admitting that you have highly manipulative, exploitative behaviors.
He thinks it's cool. He thinks it's cool that he's able to fuck with people. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I just don't think that's cool. I'm like, I don't mind like someone tricking me into thinking.
You're such a nice guy that you fell for me being nice, and we're being nice back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
what an idiot.
the biggest gotcha in my life because again, most people that I meet on this are just like nice to me and I'm nice back and I never think twice about it. So
you did mention at one point he's like, oh, let's go play basketball, and you started sensing he was being a fucking weirdo, and you politely declined, which is exactly my experience 7 years ago. I politely declined teaming up with him, and he's been angry ever since.
He wanted to like go to a Lakers game and a Clippers game, and at first I was like, yeah, man, sure. Like, I'll bring, I'll have like Luana, maybe Luana, like, because I'm like, I'm not into basketball, but I'm like, if Luana wants to have a night out, like, we can go, like, whatever. Like, I really didn't think much of it because unless someone's like, can you go Tuesday, April 14th? I'm not going to be like, no, I can't. It was just like, sure thing, dude. Like, see you at the game if you have like, because he was like, oh, I have season. That was the thing. He was like, basically claiming like, I have season passes or some shit. So I'm like, well, I can go to a free basketball game, sure. Like, why not? But he basically, once I found out he was disclosing information, he's like, hey man, can you come on? Hey, how's it going? Like, and I'm like, I already caught you, but I had to go through this mental process of going, what do I do about this? Do I confront him? Do I calm? Do I say, hey man, that's not cool? For a guy who's not really your friend, it's like, bink, like discard. Like, I don't have to think twice about it. It's not like, it's like, man, I've known you for years and you betrayed me. It was just like, oh, I get to not think about this person anymore. So he says, want to come on the stream? Hey, man, how you doing? Just checking in. Want to come on the stream tonight? And I'm like, nope.
So he's never done a live stream with you at all or anything?
No, he did one. He like invited me on to do one where it's this famous one, or not famous on the subreddit at least, because this guy who makes a lot of the music, I think his name's like Southern Oregon Bird, like Soragon Bird. So, but I think it stands for Southern Oregon Bird or something like that. It's like,
I don't know.
He makes he made music famous, like can I get a chug while like some of these songs.
I heard that song. Yeah.
So he's behind all that, but he came in like and kind of made a fool of himself. And I think the guy's a good guy. I think he was just like fucked up. He was like, yo man, I'm the fucking OG in this shit. Like I'm making change. Like he just kind of got like,
I remember that. I do remember stumbling across the thread where he was like getting pissed.
Right. And for
acting
me,
too
I was, like,
big
I was
for
on
his
the stream
britches.
talking to him and he was being nice to me. So I'm kind of like smiling along. I'm like, I know this guy's just like drunk and being like cocky and like talking some shit, but like so out of context, it's like you could clip it and make him look like a fucking idiot. But I think he was just like getting drunk and like pretending he was black for a second, It's like, what's up, I'm a motherfucking OG, dude? I don't want making all these beats and shit. Y'all don't know. Like he was like cringy, but at the same time, I'm like, he just looked like he'd been, fucking drinking and smoking for a little bit and stupidly hopped on a live stream and kind of made an ass of himself. But like he was right in the fact that he's like, I've been a contributor to this subreddit for years. And maybe even, I think he might have even had a conflict with Jimmerman because he was like, Jimmerman was like, yo, cool it, buddy. And he's like, fuck you. You fucking take advantage of this. I think that was kind of the message, is like, you just leech off this shit. Like, actually contribute to this shit, which is accurate. He just kind of phrased it the wrong way.
Let's see. Okay, let's go back to this clip and see. I want to see what his text, because I want to see what the text messages were.
Well, I don't know if I ever read it in there, but I can, because it was in the
No,
thumbnail.
you do. I think you do. I thought you do show them, don't you? Let me look. Skim through it. I thought you did, or maybe it's in the thumbnail. Maybe that's why.
Okay. I can read it, actually. You want me to read it?
The other ones I want to see is the corny ones he sent you after he was suddenly trying to be your friend again, where it's like he sent you like 50 texts, like a woman.
So,
he's like, come on, bro, let's just be cool. I like you and Luana. I need to get back together. Again, reminder, Jimmernam, you're a fucking pussy. You're a little bitch. You couldn't beat up anybody. You would never leave your house. And the fact that you're telling people, I'm going to break your arm, I'm going to beat you up. And then the guy goes, okay, let's fight. And you're like, I don't want to get arrested because I'm such a strong guy. I would kill you and go to jail. Like, no, he's telling you, you could grab his arm first. Whatever rules you want, he'll adhere to.
It's an actual competition. Like, that's what I've actually done organized athletic competitions before. Both participants can shake hands at the beginning and agree to certain terms and
sign a waiver.
Yeah, sign a waiver, let a referee determine the outcome. Like, I'm not saying this is like, I'm not trying to like just go, I'm going to beat your ass like street style. I'm saying we can agree upon any rules that you want. I gave you that opportunity. I'm like, how do you see this happening? because like obviously you can't fucking take me down. Like if you want an actual like wrestling or grappling match, like even if you know jujitsu, you'd have to get me to the ground, right? How the fuck are you gonna do that? Like, sorry, buddy, but you know, like I would, if I had $1 million right now, I'd say give Jimmerman 100 tries and he can reset for like as long as he wants in between these tries to take me down, and I'll be like fully standing, like not even in a wrestling position. Like I'll let him get in a crouch position, and it's like if once they blow the whistle, he could shoot on me, and I would put, if I had $1 million, I'd put $1 million on 0 takedowns. That's how confident I am as far as his takedown ability and my defense. But I don't know jiu-jitsu. I just know that
I think you're making it seem more complicated. I think the moment he touched you, you could just fucking slam him in the face and he'd be dead. Like,
yes, well, that is
you
also
could grab
true.
his skull like this and probably just crush it.
That is true, and you know, I think people.
And he has a brain bleed, by the way. Just letting him.
I know, and that's, you know what. So let me tell you a quick story because
he's got a weak spot in his brain. His whole life's a metaphor. You know.
I got to
make
tell
his
you,
brain bleed more.
Because I told you this in private, like, and I, you know, like anytime someone's telling you a story, it's like, this isn't to be a tough guy, but it's like, I've broken this third metatarsal, I think it is. Metacarpal or metatarsal? Metacarpal, right?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
3 times from hitting people in the face, right? And like, not to brag, but it's like, I'm just that guy that's like, once a guy crosses a certain amount, I've never started a fucking fight in my life. I've never gone up to somebody and pushed them or like, it'd be like, fight me, bitch. But I get in these situations where like guys are triggered by me, guys my size, guys from a rival football team, for example, was one in college where like this dude is talking shit to me, like pick me out of the crowd for, and he's like, "Can you fucking get out of here too?" I'm like, "I wasn't talking to you." And then he's like, "I don't give a fuck." And then I walk closer to him and it was like, "Hey man, like I'll walk away right now. All you got to do is apologize." And then that triggers them more, right? And to the point he's like, "Fuck her," and like kill me, bitch. What the fuck? And it's like, you know. And so I like to do that kind of shit where it's like I get the invitation to hit you and then I hit you. Dude still press charges, but of course he doesn't show up to court, you know, but it's like, I got arrested for that. But this is, again, he also was at this, I made it more simple. He was about to hit a girl, like, cause like he was like, "And fuck you in your bitch," and like raised his arm to like almost slap her. And that's when I hit him because I knew that was like, well, legally this is defensible. He can press charges. You can do whatever you want. Like, you're not going to show up to court and be like, "Yeah, I yelled at this guy for an hour and told him to hit me in the face and then made a threatening gesture toward a woman and he hit me." You know, like I know how that already plays out. But I've also been in fights where like I didn't initiate something, but like some guy talked shit to me. Like, you know, this one time I told you about on Hollywood Boulevard, like I grabbed a dude's hat and like threw it. And then his buddy comes like trying to tackle me. And it's like the moment he touches me, it's like, "All right, here we go, buddy. Like, if you want to do this right here, I put my fists up, you put your fists up." And then, as I told you, Luana was, you know, furiously refreshing the local LA news. Like, did anyone die on Hollywood Boulevard tonight? Because the last time I saw, there was a guy bleeding out from his head on the sidewalk.
You never got the end of the story of whether he's still alive. He could be dead.
Yeah, no, actually, you know what? Months later, we saw the same guy, and his friends are pointing at me like his friends are like, "Oh, there he is." And I was like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Have your brain crushed again? Like, is that like, you know, like?"
Yeah. If a guy has stories this recent of like punching people and like breaking their heads open, like, okay, this is not a guy. And I always thought like, you know, if you're that size, what more fun can you have than to beat the shit out of people? Isn't that the whole point? But then they say people, when they get bigger, they get less ego and more humble, and they don't want to fight unless
that's the thing. It's like,
unless they're attacked, right?
Right.
You learn to use it.
You can ask this about anybody. I
need some steroids, by the way.
I will.
That's why Mark's here, by the way. He's going to give me steroids for doing this. Wait, just one second. I just want to say something. So I gave moderator abilities to some people when they came in. Don't moderate anything that's like insulting. Like, people can insult me. I'm sure Mark does not give a shit. Just no doxing. Like, if people are doxing, remove that. But everything else goes. Everything else flies. I don't care.
Talk all the shit you want.
Let them say whatever they want.
Go ahead. On my big leaky titties and my lip injections and Botox.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Let's finish a little bit more of this video, and then I want to see those text messages. I know they're in the
I have them right.
I don't know if it'll let me shoot.
Because like there's more to it. I posted a little bit of it, but like the basic start of it is, "So you're a pussy. Goodbye then. I'm not talking about TFAT K channel loser, and the Disney channel is a throwaway channel. You dumb ape," which he said like 18 times already. "Come meet me at Morbid X. Scared? Figured." I say, "Will you meet me in person?" Scared? Figured. And he goes, "No. because I would beat
I'm
your
somewhere
ass
near
and go to
Beacon.
jail.
I can say that. I can say that.
Oh yeah, well that's the area I grew up in, roughly.
Yeah, great area.
Yeah, well, Newburgh isn't so great, but
Yeah, but Newburgh's across the river, and Newburgh town's fine.
well, when I was growing up, Newburgh was pretty bad.
I'm saying
But
I
I'm
met a
more
guy.
from the Poughkeepsie area.
I met a guy at a hardcore show, seeing a great band, or a punk rock show. We were seeing the Meteorers from England, and he's like, "Oh no, Newburgh town." And I'm like, "Oh, good, good, Newburgh town."
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Let's see,
6'7", Ross said.
6'5", but yeah, top 10 most dangerous cities in New York State. Newburgh number 4.
Really?
Yeah, you know what number 1 was?
What?
The Bills played there, Buffalo, New York, number 1. That was a
Really?
bit surprising, but nothing's really surprising. I
Hey, some
forget the
good
names
content
of the
creators come out of Buffalo.
and Rick James.
Rick
And Rick
James,
James.
really?
Yeah, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah, I
Even
know
at
Rick
some
James.
point, that catchphrase that Dave Chappelle came up with was so iconic from that story starring Rick James, right?
That's the
That
only reason I know who Rick James is.
That Rick James would go at like award shows and go, "I'm Rick James, bitch." Bitch, the real Rick James would say that. The real guy before he died of cocaine related complications. Some people can't quit.
Yeah, it's like somebody I know. Just letting you guys know the fake Peyton account has either been deleted or it's been banned. Breaking news. Can you put that up
Nice.
on screen? Ashley's comment.
Sure. And I got a question for you when it comes to Discord. Could you make a links channel, please? A lot of links get lost in the soup. That's all I'm saying.
A what channel?
A links text channel, just for links.
Are you talking about wink?
The
Link?
links in your server.
I don't know what that means.
What you can make a general chat channel that we all chat in, right? Then you can make a new text channel and just say links and stream links and videos.
Oh, links.
Yeah, then it'll get organized and won't get lost in the soup. That's all I'm saying. Like
Oh,
some
that's
that-
a good idea. But I
like
doubt
when
they'll
you
keep it there.
when you go well, you could do that, right? But then people can put sophisticated stuff in there, like oftentimes Ian Ellis doesn't listen to on Around the Nation. Like we have the uploaded links, and he'll just put links in the main chat because he's Ian, right? But not a lot of other people do that. Just him, right? Because he's Ian, and of course he's not going to put in the specific links area, right? But like you could put all your lives there.
I thought you were saying winks, but I totally understand what you mean by it getting lost because I have to like scroll and scroll and scroll.
And then it's like, hold on, she was live, and it lasted for 12 hours or whatever.
Yep.
And it's been like 17 hours. If I saw this 17 hours ago, I might have gone by then. Damn.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'll definitely do that because I'm yawning.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch base. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. The whole tattoo thing, if you think it bothers me, it fucking doesn't because I do tattoos. I have my own tattoo guns and setups and inks and all that.
And we shouldn't pay to get that piece of crap on your freaking.
Yeah, I didn't pay. I did it myself and it's really small and I already started covering it. So I don't, if you think it bothers me, person in the back chat that's so triggered that they can't come up, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry it bothers you. It doesn't bother me because I practice on my own body all the time. I have a million little tattoos that I've done on my body and fucking up is part of it. So I don't give a shit.
I know you kind of just got here, but it's been an evening. Thank you for being here, and I'm gonna be out. I'm probably gonna smoke some weed and go to sleep. It's late.
It is late. Yeah, because you're on.
All right,
You're
we'll
on
continue. We'll continue.
Discord after.
Right, we'll continue communicating, and possibly we'll meet up for the date. Right.
Right.
All right.
And you have all my means to get a hold of me, and we'll talk.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for showing up, especially my viewers. I hope you sub up to Kenny. Give it a like, please.
Right. And if you want extra content, the Patreon is on the channel. There you go.
Is it in
No
your
pro-
main
no.
description? Does somebody have a
Yeah,
link
yeah.
that they can drop?
It's on the links there in the channel. No pressure to anybody, but that's if you want extra content. You don't have to have extra content.
Thanks for having me, and I'm so sorry about the
Thank
but
you for being
whole
on. Thank you for all your followers for being on, and thank you for my regulars like River, Agro, Ross, Catch, Beat, and anybody else that was here.
Agro and Ross, they're wrench bros. I love seeing
Yeah.
them together. When they come in together in my stream, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Thanks, River, and thank you, Jennifer, for being here also.
Bye,
Anybody
douche.
else that was here?
She said, bye, douche.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
bitch. Bye,
Thank
bitch.
you
Not saying that
again.
to you, saying that to her. Right.
Thank you again so much, and I hope you guys continue to watch Kenny. And I'm going to make sure that we do more collabs here because this is fun.
Yeah.
You
all
know,
right.
you know a lot, and I know some of your history, and so. But anyways, I'll let you go.
Doing it
Go-
every
go-
week on him wouldn't be fun. So once in a great long while, right? What makes it fun? That's all
Yeah.
for my content.
We need to have a Jimmernam week, like Shark Week.
Kind of. All right.
Yeah.
If there's big news like the Mark thing and your story, so that was big news, and then even more news came out since then.
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
was
So there's
huge.
always something new with him.
If you pair it up with the voicemail that he left me and him bragging about his
Wow.
beautiful girlfriend, who we found out is a 61-year-old fat catfish, and he's a freaking 45-year-old fat catfish, and we put it together, it makes a
Well-
mean sandwich.
Well, at some point, people become so fat that they can only be with fat people. That's just the way it is. Nobody else wants them. All right. Thank you for being on. I'm going to end it. Everybody, good night.
Absolutely. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I said, I've already been on a live stream with you. I hadn't seen that text it, but he goes, so the continuous thought that he had was, no, because I would beat your ass and go to jail. I don't know if you can see all this, but you can, I am reading this.
Hold on. I'll make the screen bigger here. Okay, yeah, so because I could beat your ass and go to jail. I've already been on the live stream with you. He says, choke your ass out, break your arm, too easy. I ain't going to jail for a dumb ape like you. You sent a voice message. He says, I thought you're the only one that wanted to go live with me. Now you're scared like the bitch you are. That's sad. The attention you want to get from homeless cats on the subreddit is funny. Oops, you're banned. He's saying you were banned.
I was banned for a little bit, but oops, I'm back, bitch.
Most of them are talking mass shit on you, and I don't blame them. Come join me tonight, because I will go over you tonight. And Luana, watch what happens tonight. Winky face, gay. It will be fantastic. It'll be up to the TFAC channel too. Don't worry, pussy. So you're declining to go live when you suggested it to me? LOL. Wow, pussy. When Luana's going to text me and beg me to take down the videos of her and you, LOL, because she just texted me last night begging me. LOL. I got the text. No, she didn't. I took him down, you dumb fuck. Remember your 20 minutes, crybaby fit about it. This is how stupid you are. How stupid you are. To type like a 10-year-old much. Okay, live tonight, live? No, she struck them, you back down, pussy. Struck them? LOL, I have 0 strikes, you moron. Yes, live at your place. She put in a privacy complaint in person. That's not a strike, you idiot. Yes, and you back down. Figures, you are a pussy. Anyhow, when you grow some balls, let me know. Like at this point, maybe
Right,
all those steroids shrivel. Like you're a fucking pussy, Jimmernam. You're talking all this shit. Like you're so scared to go live with me, but then I won't meet you in real life.
Yeah, so you
But
get
you're
to just,
you're the pussy because you won't go
my
on
messages were more,
camera.
after I said that, I was like, I could even, let's play some here. Well, I'll play some because I forget what I said. I'm sure I was just antagonizing him, but
I gotta check out his cock. Am I stupid? I guess I am. Please, God, don't.